Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here for a collective reading. What does that mean, Elsie? Well, you're going to have to put on your intuitive hat because I'm going to go through this reading. I'll call out the signs as I need to, but it really is up to you. It's up to you to figure out whether this is your reading or not. I do this reading because I just want to help you help you along with your intuitive energy, okay? So we've got a couple of decks here. They are both by Rebecca Campbell. She is the same person that makes the Starseed Oracle, and this tarot deck is hers as well, which is called the Moonchild Tarot. All right, let's get an oracle card here. Let's start with that, and then we will get into a couple more oracles here, and we'll see what we find out for you, collective. Collective energy, please. Collective energy. I don't mark these with a date or anything, y'all. They are timeless. You know, I find that you'll feel that you'll find this reading when you need it, regardless of when you see it. We have Earthed. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is cracked open. Rock bottom, surrendered to the alchemy of life. Someone might be going through an awakening here. We have Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. It's being very grounded, right? Earthed, to me, is grounded, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, learning how to be human. So that means that, you know, going out with friends and, you know, not being of the world, being in the world, but not of it. And that means that, you know, that you don't necessarily do the thing that everybody does. And that's the truth. You're the person who is like, nah, that's not for me. And even though everybody's doing it, everybody's doing the dance on TikTok, everybody's mouthing words to things on TikTok, maybe you're not interested because you're not the one who is the follower. I think you're the one who is the leader, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the one that's very earthed, the one that is very grounded and even and stable, and you know what you want, and you're not going to be led astray because you are in the world, but you are not of it. You're not following the leader in society. You are your own leader. That's what it feels like. All right, let's take a look at the tea leaves here. What else do we have here, please, for the collective? Tell me about the collective energies, please. If you're interested, collective, in a reading, please look below. It's all in the description. Link over to Wizio if you're interested in a private read. We have dogs getting together with friends. I was just saying, it's time for you to get together with friends. Not necessarily do what they're doing, follow what they're doing, just because your pack or your tribe is doing it. It doesn't mean you've got to follow suit, but it does say getting together with friends. We've got the Lion. Time to act. It's time to get up and figure out what it is that you are going to do. And when I see the Lion, it reminds me of Leo. You want to be seen. You're the person that all the world is a stage. You don't mind the attention, but you're going to do what you're going to do, right? You're not going to be taking advice from anyone else. Let's take the one off the bottom. Crown, honor, and respect will come to you. So as you are the person who doesn't follow the crowd, I do believe that you do get respect from your peers. One more. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So this person could be someone who is someone who looks different than you. I feel like it's someone who looks quite ethnic. And I say that because this person kind of looks like maybe that they could be someone who is from a different background than you. Dark hair, dark eyes, maybe you're Dutch, maybe they're Chinese, maybe they're indigenous, you know, like I feel like there's a big difference in ethnic backgrounds here. So someone with dark complexion or hair, maybe you have light complexion or hair. I want to say that opposites attract. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Let's look at the bottom here. March. So we could have something significant about March. Could be Aries energy. Could be Piscean energy for sure. All right, let's take a look here. Take a look at the tarot. For the collective, please tell us what's happening in the collective energy. What's happening in the collective energy? What do we have coming up, collective? I think we have a lunar eclipse coming up on the 8th of November. So, you know, less than a week away, we have another eclipse coming up. I'll come back and tell you what I found about that when we do our eclipse reading. All right. Take a look here. I think you're going to get the honor and respect because you're not a follower, because you're a leader. Because when it's time to act, I feel like you always get up. I feel like your friend group thinks you are the leader as well. Dealings with a relationship. This dark-haired person, this dark man could be in your soul tribe, for sure. We've got the Emperor that's come out in the reverse. We've got the Eight of Cups. Interesting. We've got the Two of Swords. Someone who's making a decision. The Emperor doesn't know what to do. A decision needs to be made. You're at the 11th hour, I feel. The 11th hour, right? It's time to make the decision. We could be dealing with an Aries. Don't have to be. But I did feel fire energy here in Leo as well. So this person could have fire energy. We've got the card of strength. That's Leo. We've got the King of Wands. And we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. Something's worrying you. I think you're worried that someone does not have as much love for you as you have for them. I feel like you've been waiting for an emperor. You could also be the emperor. And the emperor doesn't necessarily have to be Aries, because the emperor is all the kings. When the emperor is in the reverse, for me, I see things logically because I'm very grounded. I'm a Taurus sun, and I don't subscribe to the drama that we see sometimes on the platform, that this is an abusive, terrible, awful. I don't subscribe to that. My grounded sort of energy tells me that when the emperor is in the reverse, something's off, right? The king of all kings, right? The running the empire does also have all of the energy of all of the kings. And so my logical grounded brain goes to, well, which one of those kings is acting out? So is it the King of Swords? Because when this King of Swords is in reverse, it's harsh words. Nobody's being logical. Maybe it's the King of Passion, right? Maybe it's the King of Wands, and somebody who's not taking action should be, but they're not. Could be the King of Pentacles. Maybe there's a financial issue. Maybe we're not very grounded at this time. Or maybe it's the King of Cups, right? Someone who can't get a hold of their emotions. Yeah. So to me, it's like there's a lesson that has to be learned here, or something's just not right. One of the kings is out of place, or maybe more than one. And that's causing this emperor to be very disconnected emotionally. Wanting to make a decision, the Two of Swords, wanting to make a decision all up in his head, right? Swords, right? All up in his head about making a decision. I feel very disconnected from making this decision, but I want to, but it worries me. Right? Nine of Swords. It's worrying me. What if I make the wrong decision? We have the Strength card. I feel that the Emperor is trying to find the strength to straighten things out, to come up in the upright. That's what I feel like. We could be talking about an Emperor. I feel that when the Emperor does get back on his or her feet, because it is masculine energy predominantly for me, collective, but also remember, we all have feminine energy, right? Plants, animals, people. We all have feminine and masculine energy. So this could literally be anybody, because we're looking at an Emperor, and that is someone who has the energy of all the kings, right? So it could literally be any person. I feel like the Emperor is trying to find the strength and the courage to be able to get himself in line. No matter which one of the kings is out of sorts, I feel like whatever lesson he has to learn, he's really trying really hard to to gain strength. I feel like maybe the Emperor is having problems with the King of Wands energy because it's right here, right? Trying to find the strength. It looks like the King of Wands is looking at the strength here, saying, how can I be courageous? How can I move forward? How can I have the energy that I need to be able to flip this around, because I feel very disconnected. I can't make a decision about what's going on here. So it could be the King of Wands. The King of Wands is showing here in the upright, and it might be what the Emperor is relying on to find the way forward, is this person who takes action. The part of this Emperor's personality that wants to take action. I feel like this Emperor wants to take action and wants to reconnect, trying to make a decision about what to do next. This Emperor feels as though there is unrequited love here. So the Emperor could be going through a breakup of sorts, but also is scared to make the decision, because what if it doesn't work out? Page of Cups is in the reverse. What if the energy we had together is really not the energy that's present now? Page of Cups is, I'm not really sure if I love this person, or even if I have feelings, or maybe it's the reverse. Maybe you're not sure if they have feelings for you. Maybe you are the Emperor. I feel like that when the Emperor doesn't really know how to approach something, that the Emperor will default to the King of Wands. Why? Because of the ego. Because I feel as though when we get into something and we're trying to fake it till we make it, I feel like that we need to find some empowerment or power from somewhere. And I think that the Emperor tends to take it from the ego. And so it might be the only thing that keeps this Emperor moving, might be this King of Wands. Maybe this is the only energy that the Emperor has at this time that is stable. You know, the energy to be able to take a risk, to go forward, to run at the fire, to be a protector. I feel like the Emperor is trying to move forward, make a decision, but is not ready to give the apology. Yeah, that's what it feels like. The Emperor is not ready to make the apology. It feels like that whoever I'm talking about here has to get more grounded. I feel like the Emperor is in the reverse because he's trying to show everybody, look at me, look at me, look at all the things I have, look at my status, look at it's about ego. And that could be what the problem is at this time for the Emperor. It could be that they are so disconnected from feeling because they're used to people giving them attention based on their egoic nature. Right. So there we go. Something's going on at the courthouse. Something that is making this Emperor feel in lack, right? 2 and 3 is 5. Something's going on at the courthouse. We don't know what it is. Right? Maybe we'll clarify it in just a little bit. But there's a lot of change that's going on. And so I feel that the only way the Emperor feels he can protect himself is by going into the 8 of Cups, by disconnecting to everything that is emotional and going into Swords energy in order to be able to make decisions, because he's really scared of making the wrong one. I feel like in the future, we do have balance here. We have justice. This person is holding a sword here. I feel like this person's ready to cut away anything that throws them out of balance. And then we have 8 of Wands. There's going to be communication. Communication with a lover. Someone who the King wants, or the Emperor wants, to be the long-term relationship. So we have a long-term relationship and love, I feel, is coming up in the future here, wanting balance terribly. But I feel right now, this courthouse situation, it could be really about anything that's legal, right? We'll clarify, but it could also be a fight over a house. It could be divorce. It could be, adoption. It could be so many things, right? But there's lots of change going on for the Emperor right now. I feel that whatever's going on in the courthouse is something that has turned the Emperor into the reverse. Yeah, I feel like the Emperor is feeling out of sorts and detached from maybe the King of Cups, because the 8 of Cups is here. The Strength card, I feel that this Emperor is trying to get courage and strength to be able to endure this, because I feel like right now the Emperor is in lack. We've got 2 and 3, which is 5. The courthouse thing is draining this Emperor of all the energy. You see, it's not always because they're terrible and awful and abusive and hateful. Sometimes it's just like a life thing that's going on. Even emperors have a bad day, and that's the truth, right? It could definitely be that this person's hard to deal with, but look what they're dealing with, right? This Emperor is not used to not being strong, not having strength or courage to do what they want to do, because the Emperor is battle ready. That person's ready to protect what's theirs. But maybe this courthouse is making them feel in lack, like they're not enough. There's a lot of change going on, and that's what I want to say about that. There's a lot of change going on for the Emperor here, and I feel that's why they are out of sorts here. Tell me about the courthouse. What's going on in the courthouse here? Tell me about the courthouse. What is the Emperor enduring? What's going on in the courthouse? So we've got money issues. I feel like what's being figured out in the courts, it could be something legal with a business, or what else do we have here? It's an investment, maybe. An investment that this Emperor has been waiting on. Tell me more about this. Something might be starting new, but this Emperor is feeling in a lot of lack here. This person doesn't have a home. Okay, that makes sense, because we've got house on the bottom of the deck, right? This Emperor doesn't know where home is. I feel like it's a divorce, or somebody's kicking them out, or the Emperor's leaving. They're done with this crap and they're moving on. There's a lot of change. And when we look at this card, somebody's packing their car to go. So this Emperor could be waiting for a decision to be made in the courts so they can move forward and possibly have some victory, or at least find out where home is. I feel like this Emperor is really getting a lesson in ego. That's what I feel. This Emperor, I feel, defaults to the King of Wands whenever something's uncomfortable. They detach from their emotions, and this person, I feel, is someone who's getting a real humbling lesson in investing in themselves, that you can't always just go with the ego. 6 and 1 is 7. We have 7 pentacles. It feels like the Emperor is kind of waiting or hanging there. I want to say stasis, like we're hanging in stasis, waiting for a decision to be made. Tell me about this change, because I feel like somebody's going over the details of all of this change. There's card number 9, which is the Hermit. Someone's in self-healing mode, right? Trying to make a decision about whether or not there's enough love energy, there's enough. See, it just feels like a little bit, because it's a Page of Cups. There could be an age difference here, but I feel like this person feels like they're going back on whatever they said if they decide to give the apology. And I feel like this Emperor is not ready to give the apology. What is the change, please? The change is, I'm going to start telling the truth. This person's looking back at the 2 of Swords, right? These 2 swords, the 2 swords are there. We have to make a decision. Should I leave them there or take them with me? Should I leave that person with 2 swords, or should I take them? I feel like this person's cutting out a marriage. Yeah, that's what's in the courts. That's what it feels like. It feels like this person is leaving a committed relationship. This person I feel the Emperor has grown, but the person that they were with has not grown. And so this person has decided for a divorce. Yeah. It looks like they're cutting somebody out here. I feel like they will be, if you are the Emperor, I feel like if it is in the courts for you, that it will be, it will be an even split, and you will get your abundance here, but I feel like it's going to hurt you a lot. Yeah. You just don't want to fight anymore. There's been a lot of sharp words, and you're just in healing. You've been dealing with an Empress in reverse. And the Empress in reverse is the opposite of all the things that the Empress in the upright is. She's also dealing in ego. She doesn't care if, we've made some kids. You can take the care of the kids if you want. I'm not really interested. The Empress is in reverse, is not paying attention to her intuition, no longer connected to the universe, doesn't want any more kids. And I mean, that's okay. But I feel like this person has, a long way to go. Yeah, I feel like that the emperor didn't want to let the empress go, but I feel like this person is in love with her, but they realize they have to heal and then start again. All right. All right, all right. We've got a blonde female, lighter hair, laid back. Yeah, this was a karmic relationship that the emperor was in here. It was a short-term relationship with someone who was their age or older. They could have a child. I feel that's where the blonde female comes in. Of course, you could be the blonde female, right? But you could also be the mature woman. I feel like this king or this emperor has been dating, and it's been a lot of short-term stuff. There's nothing long-term. They're looking for somebody for passion and dating. I feel somebody maybe who lives at a distance, possibly. Yeah. This person is into friendship and money. I don't think that the emperor is necessarily wanting to commit anytime soon. So if y'all are thinking that he's jumping out of this connection and into your connection, that's not happening. The emperor is in the reverse. He's got a lot of repairing to do, a lot of healing to do. But I do feel that this person who is your friend, I think the emperor is your friend, this person is more worried about their money right now as everything is in the courts. But they do feel as though you are someone who has had a past life with them, possibly with children. You might know this person from work. This person's trying to take back their power. They've been I feel like somebody has been coercing them to stay. I feel like the emperor is about to cut somebody loose, about to get out of a relationship and move away, find their home, want to invest in something else. They want to invest in someone who's going to give them reciprocity, and they're not getting that right now. So I feel with the Page of Cups in the reverse is here with the emperor saying, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I'm not sure if I have the energy to apologize to anyone. I wonder if there is still some affection here. Making a decision as to whether or not to say sorry to somebody. What are we going to do here? What's in the future? Collective. Six of Wands. There we go. The emperor finds their home. They finally buy their house, find their home. Bottom of the deck, right? This person, I feel, in the end, ends up being a wealthy man and ends up heading on their path to transformation. After being in a bit of despair, I feel this was a really tough thing for the emperor to deal with. The emperor has trouble too, right? It's not just those of us who are at the bottom of the chain, but the ones at the top of the chain are having just as many issues. So we have the Six of Wands, we have the Hierophant. I feel like maybe this emperor is looking for another connection, another commitment from somebody else. It could be someone who is Taurus, doesn't have to be, but it could also be Aries, it could be Leo, it could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Things have been taking a long time to come together. The Universe card is the World. So I feel that the Emperor is successful in ending a connection with someone that they were married to. And I feel like they're coming at you next. That's what I feel, collective. We've got the Chariot and Judgment. It's the second time around. I feel like you've been waiting for this connection for a while. We have the Queen of Pentacles. You could be someone who is an earth sign. Right? Earthed. Yeah. I think that they are thinking about you, collective, because you are the person who is in the world and not of the world. You are balanced and kind and giving. This is the queen that is, likened to the Empress because she is the person who's giving of time and love and care and all of that stuff, even her money if she needs to. She's willing to help whoever needs the help. Eight of Swords and the Empress. Yeah, I feel like this Emperor really does want the Empress, but is stuck in a place right now where their hands are tied. They can't make the decision. They can't move forward because they're waiting for this thing to be figured out in the courthouse first. So those of you who are waiting on someone, I feel like when they come in, there will be a tower. It's going to be a good one. We've got the Sun. They're coming in to give you clarity, I feel. Queen of Swords. There is going to be a lot of harsh communication, very, very honest. Five of Swords. It might even end up in arguments, so be aware of that. There is a Tower on the way, collective. This Emperor, I feel, is coming towards the Empress, right? And can't right now because his hands are tied. Yeah, he's sort of up in his head. Hands are tied. Might be looking at an Empress, Taurus, or Libra. Might be looking at Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm going to go for now, collective. I hope that was something you wanted to hear. I'm out for now. I love you guys. Let me know in the comments.